together. We change the world.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Theo here with a should you pull tier list for Seymour BT cycle. Some disclaimer before we start, this tier list is just my opinion and is not a representation of strength. Team building is the core of this game and we can make any unit work if we build around them. If you have a favorite, always go for them. That said, this video might be helpful if you are playing on a stricter budget. And unless otherwise mentioned, all characters are assumed to have their full kit. I won't go too in-depth into each character's kit, so check out other content creators if you're interested in a more detailed breakdown of each character. For the first tier, we have Theo approves. These are meta-defining characters that can potentially make it easier for you to clear events. Having them in your pocket can sometimes save you a bit of a headache. Next is the You Decide tier. This tier is for characters with easy FR conditions and can fit reasonably well in a lot of teams, or characters that can work extremely well with minimal investments. Consider pulling these characters if you need to expand your roster. The final tier is Safe Skip, usually reserved for characters that doesn't have a unique gimmick, or characters that require overly specific or strict setups to function well. First event of the cycle is Transcendence T12, featuring reworks for Guy and Fang, and a new BTFR for Seymour. Guy is a decent all-rounder with decent damage. Fang is still as awkward as ever when trying to pilot her Daze debuff, so both of them are just safe skips. Seymour, unfortunately, is also a safe skip, but let's dive a little bit into his kit. First up, his FR. It has 3 on-turn conditions. Plus 40% when target has no buffs, plus 10% when target is below 80% HP, and a final plus 10% when target is below 50% HP. During force time, we get an extra bonus of plus 20% HP damage and HP damage limit up when enemies have no buffs. This is quite a clunky FR with quite an average HP damage bonus. Plus 60% can be considered quite low despite having a bonus of 20% HP damage limit. His BT follows a similar progression with maximum strength when there's an enemy below 50% health. This gimmick is why I put him under safe skip. Seymour is a very strong character once there's an enemy that drops under 50% HP, but he doesn't really excel in getting the enemy there. It can be quite awkward to pilot Seymour to get to where he wants to be, but once we get there, it's very satisfying to watch him pump out big damage. If you want to pull for Seymour, I would suggest just pulling for his BT and skip the FR. We can use him with other force times that can offer similar or higher HP damage bonus without any of the drawbacks. An honorable mention to Seymour as LD call. If you have resources to spare, I highly recommend pulling for his LD. Seymour's call is loaded. It's an AoE delay and dispel that comes with a very powerful frame debuff. Both his base call and LD call will apply the frame LD debuff. He's a fantastic call to add to your arsenal if your resources allow for it. Before we move on to the next event, shout out to my newest member, Michael Alexander Lee. Thank you for your support. If you would like to support me directly as well, you can member up by pressing the join button below the video. Thank you. Next up is Maria's Intersecting Wheels featuring a rework for Theodore and a new FR for Maria. Compared to other BT DPS, Theodore's damage isn't up to par, so he's still benched. Let's take a look at Maria's FR conditions. Her on-turn condition is plus 7% HP damage bonus per ally healed for a maximum of plus 21%, and her off-turn conditions are plus 2% per ally healed for a maximum of 6, and plus 20% when enemy turns end with their bravery at 0 or break. The FR provides no extra bonus, but it does apply Maria's LD debuff. It's actually quite solid and can be especially strong if we build around it. These are the list of characters with off-turn healing: Maria, Leon, Celeste, Firion, Minwoo, and Gao. But this is also the reason for her safe skip placement. With only 6 available options, it can be quite restrictive to build around Maria. But if you have the roster to support her, you are in for some big fireworks. Final event of the cycle is a Heretic event featuring a new FR for Yuna with the following on-turn condition. Plus 20% when turn finishes with no debuffs, with a bonus 20% if it's Yuna's own turn. And plus 40% when using a transform Brave or HP attack. During Force time, the party has 100% debuff evasion. Yuna gets a perfectly average FR with perfectly average rework. Easy plus 60% damage bonus on her ally's turn, and plus 80% on her own turn, making her a solid BT driver of her own Force time. With her rework, both of her base skills become instant turn gauge charger. This allows for greater flexibility when team building for her, because we don't have to worry about FR gauge anymore. But with Jack Garland just around the corner, being average is not good enough reason to make people pull, hence the safe skip placement. So my pull plan for the cycle. Despite putting everyone in safe skip, I do still plan to pull. Seymour and Yuna are my targets for this cycle. For Seymour, I just want the BT, so I might just wait until Yuna's event to finally pull. And that's it for my tier list and pull plan for Seymour BT cycle. What is your pull plan for this cycle? Let me know in the comments. If there's anything you disagree with, let me know as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!